Hey, good morning, Paul. This is Steven from C&P GM here in Calgary, and this right here is our 2023 Chrysler Pacifica Touring L. First things first, I want to thank you for your interest in this unit. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to show you this vehicle. What I'll do in this video is I'll give you a brief walk-around tour. We'll go over some key features, and I'll explain why this vehicle is definitely worth your consideration. So let's get started. Now, as I mentioned over the phone, this is a previous rental. It was owned by Enterprise, and it is a hail damage unit. Now, the good news is the hail damage is mostly on the driver's side, right? But it is there. I will say the ceramic gray paint does hide it quite well. But what I'll do in this video, as well as going over features and whatnot, I'll give you a better idea of the extent of damage. But first, let's start with some features up front. So you have LED daytime running lamps, LED projector headlamps, and LED fog lamps down below. Also below, you'll find a sensor in the lower grille. That's for your radar cruise control. So adaptive cruise control, as this vehicle is equipped with. Now, the hood, as you may see, hopefully the camera's picking it up, does have quite a few little dimples. Just keep that in mind. Around the sides, you get 17-inch alloy wheels wrapped on Yokohama all-season rubber. Side mirrors have LED turn signals integrated into them. These are heated, auto-dimming, and you have blind spot as well. You have keyless proximity entry, a system that allows you to keep your key in your pocket at all times. Speaking of the key, you have a power liftgate, remote start, and power doors. Now, out back, you have this LED light strip that goes across. You have a backup camera located right there. Rear parking sensors along the bumper. And your power tailgates. Now, in here, you'll notice you have a very deep cargo well. And I'll show you why that is in a moment. But first, you have a shelf here, storage here as well, and a 12-volt DC plug on the passenger side. Now, this is equipped with something called stow and go. Okay, so I'll show you how that works. So you pull this strap, then you pull number 1 and number 2, and that drops down. Do the same on this side. 1, just like that. It's very simple. And now you have a relatively flat floor. Now, as those are down, I'll just show you that the third row has a cup holder there on that side and 2 cup holders on the passenger side, and tons of room. Now, to pull these back up, it's as simple as pulling the strap, just like that. Pull back on here, pull up on the headrest, and the same thing on this side. Up, falls into place, just like that, and there you are. As I mentioned, power liftgate, and the button is located right here instead of up here, which is nice. Easier access. Now, as I mentioned, the passenger side does not have quite as much hail damage. It actually has nothing. But the driver's side definitely does. So A-pillar, roof line, and the roof itself. Keep that in mind. Also, the fender, driver door, rear corner panel. Just some little golf ball dimples. Okay, let's take a look at the second row. So, power doors, as I mentioned. You have second row captain chairs. These are wrapped in, these are jet black perforated leather. You have armrests on each side, just like that. These also recline quite a bit. Okay, and these have second row stow and go, which I'll show you how that works. So, pull up the mat. Make sure this seat is pulled up quite a bit. Okay. Pull this handle, that folds up. Now, I think I'm gonna pull this up just a little bit more. There we are. and that stays just like that. Now you have this deep well. You pull this down, and you pull this strap that says Stone Go. And that drops in just like that. It's a little, oh, sorry, a little tough to do it with one hand or holding a camera, but there you go. You do the same on the other side, you do the same in the third row, and now you have a cargo van. And to open it back up, simply pull this up, that goes up, pull the strap, that comes out, and up like that. Then you close this, and you're all good. Also, to get into the third row, you pull this little lever, that comes forward, and now you have a very generous walkway. So I'm around 6 feet tall and 215 pounds. Just to show you, I have very long legs as well. I fit just fine. Lots of space to tuck my feet under the second row. It's nice. Now back here, I'll have AC vents, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have LED lighting, and I have my own HVAC controls located right there. Now hopping into the second row. Again, tons of room. I have power windows, as you would expect. I have sunshades on each side. I have this button right here to open or close the door. And then I have a USB-C, USB-A, as well as on that side. This pulls out. Cup holders, some extra storage. And that pretty much sums up the second row. Let's take a look at the front. So I have a power driver's seat with power lumbar support, memory seats as well. Now to close the rear doors, I can do that with this overhead console. I'm going to close that and close this. And there's a button here to lock it out in case you have kids that like to play around with the doors. Now, steering wheel is leather wrapped and heated. Mileage at the time of this video is 33,108. I have a nice digital display between the gauge cluster. I have automatic lights. I have my radar cruise control, controls for my Bluetooth, Apple, Siri, Google Assistant, what have you. I have controls here for the center display. And now, speaking of displays, to the right of that, you're going to have this very large display here. I believe it measures around 10 inches. It is running what's called Uconnect 5. So it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Both are wireless. You have Bluetooth, of course, Sirius XM radio. It is very user-friendly. You have shortcuts down below. And what I love about Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram infotainment, you can choose to use the touchscreen if you wish, or if you prefer a physical interface, you have physical controls down below. But yeah, I can simply use that to adjust everything, or I can do it here. Just like that. Now, I have heated seats, heated steering wheel, as I mentioned. I have device manager. I have quite a few different shortcuts that I can add to here instead, so it's very customizable. Backup camera, nice and clear, with guidance lines that turn with the steering wheel. This rotary knob is your shifter. Okay, this runs a 9-speed automatic powered by a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 under the hood. It's called the Pentastar. It's solid. It's been used in many different vehicles up to now, from Wranglers to Challengers to trucks. Yeah, I have an electronic parking brake located right there. I have auto stop and start, parking sensors that are defeatable, lane keep assist, stability and traction control, physical volume knob, physical tuning knob, and then of course your physical HVAC controls. Below that you'll find USB-Cs ×2, USB-As ×2, an auxiliary port, slot for your phone, another slot down there, more storage there, and then down below I have a 12-volt DC plug as well as some rubberized storage here, there, and in here. I also have cup holders, and I have, yeah, that's okay. And up here I have a very handy feature, a mirror, so you can keep an eye on your kids in the back. Sunglass holder here, and then a button to open or close the tailgates. But anyway, that's this vehicle in a nutshell. Please let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching. We'll chat soon. Take care.